Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. The weigh-in for Dubois versus Usyk, the rematch, is taken place, and we have Oleksandr Usyk weighing in heavier than ever, 227.3, and we have Daniel Dubois at 243.8. Now, I really wouldn't read much into this at all, weight-wise. Usyk's roughly 5 pounds heavier than he's ever been. So what? He's 38 years old. I don't think it matters. I don't think it means anything. His body has settled into heavyweight gradually. 5 pounds, what's that? Just over a third of a stone. Doesn't really mean a great deal, I don't think. He looks, physically, I ain't an ounce of fat on him. He looks tough as a marble statue. Then you look across the ring, or you look across the stage, you see Daniel Dubois. Looks like he's cut from marble too. I mean, they both look in physical, optimum physical shape. And so there is very, very little to say. Likewise, the comments afterwards were few and far between. There was the usual, it does irritate me, this sort of creeping... this creeping narrative, this sort of presumption that everyone is on the side of Dubois. It really pisses me off because Dev Sani, who is an employee of Queensbury, or he used to be anyway, the whole nation, Daniel, is with you. The whole nation, how do you feel? No, the whole nation isn't with Daniel. It's not that they've got anything against Daniel, but... how about showing a bit of respect to Usyk? I've made a couple of videos on this already, so I'm not going to go into one again, don't worry. But the way the questions are phrased are so imbecilic. And, of course, Daniel had nothing to say. I'm ready, I'm locked in. How are you going to win? By any means necessary. The old Malcolm X quote. Not that I doubt whether he's heard of Malcolm X. I doubt whether Daniel could spell X, to be honest with you. But, I don't want to be too hard on the kid. I think all the shenanigans are really, they fly over his head. He just does what he's told. I think it's more his dad and Don Charles and Frank Warren that soup up the bullshit, give it a stir. But regardless of stirring the pudding, we then go over to Usyk, who of course is his usual self. See you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Nothing new to say. Usyk, humorous guy, but a man of few words. I mean, neither of these two are going to set the world alight, are they, with their debating skills? Although, when you hear Usyk speak, about boxing, of course, it's very interesting to listen to because he is a master boxer. Daniel, I enjoy watching him in the ring, but doesn't really have a great deal to say, does he? Let's be honest. But may the best man win. I know I've probably come across as being quite biased towards Usyk, because really my irritation stems from not against Daniel, but against what I perceive to be the disrespect shown to Usyk as a great champion, as someone who's come to these shores no less than, I think this is the 8th time to fight British fighters, or maybe actually not to these shores because he was in Riyadh when he was Joshua. But, the guy will fight anyone. And in fairness to Daniel, I mean, he's proved that he don't mind travelling too. He went to America, fought on that bizarre Don King card in what looked like a very strange sort of school gymnasium or high school gymnasium or something. He's also been to Riyadh himself, of course, and he's put up great performances, since being knocked out by Usyk. So if he wins, no problem at all. You make sure you understand that. No problem at all if Daniel wins fair and square. But having said that, I do wonder if, with all this crap that's been talked about, that wasn't a low blow, that was a legitimate punch, which it most certainly was not. I do wonder if this narrative has been created so that the referee, if Dubois does punch borderline or even low, is going to be cautious of calling it. I hope not. I really, really hope that's not the case. It would be awful if it'd be absolutely terrible if there was any kind of controversy, a genuine controversy in this upcoming fight. I want a clean fight. May the best man win. Hopefully the referee will do his job correctly. And not long now, is it? A little over 24 hours when I'm recording this video. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's good, even though we've seen it before, even though it was one-sided before. I am looking forward to it because I do think Daniel has kind of earned the rematch, to be honest with you. I would say that Parker and Caballel are also in the mix for definitely deserving a shot at the title. I've done a video on that too. But do I have an objection to Daniel getting the rematch? No, not really. No, I think his form since he came back from the Usyk defeat has been very, very good. And there was that sort of blip when he pulled out at the 11th hour against Parker, but all right, a lot of people say he swerved Parker. He didn't. I don't know. I don't buy it. I think he probably did have something wrong with him. But as you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. If you watch my videos, I have a contempt for the conspiracy theory mentality, where everything is a conspiracy, where coincidences don't exist, or untoward things that suddenly happen out of the blue are impossible. It must be some sort of conspiracy. Having said that, of course, conspiracies do occasionally happen. Is boxing squeaky clean? You and I know it isn't. Okay, so it is feasible that certain shenanigans go on behind the scenes, but I'm going to give Daniel a pass on the Parker thing. Although, interestingly, he hasn't fought since, has he? He hasn't fought since that obliteration of Joshua. So we will see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Like I say, may the best man win. The weights, negligible to me. Standard stuff for Dubois. Slightly higher than usual for Usyk, but no big deal. No big deal. All right, if you've got any further comments, leave them below. And please hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please do. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to reading what you've got to say, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.